It feels a little unreal finally being able to play Scarlet City of Devils. For years now, I'd always see the developer have a demo set up at different anime and gaming conventions. I don't usually play the indie game demos at cons, but something about this one just stood out to me. It's an action-adventure Metroidvania featuring demon girls? So today I want to talk about this fun indie game and if it's something that you should pick up for yourself. The story takes place in the city of Elevel. This place is filled with demons that are split up into different clans. One of them being the Knights of Virtue, who take control of a fountain that can grant any demon incredible powers. Our main character, Scarlet, teams up with a pink-haired companion traveling across Elevel to stop the fountain from being used for evil. And along the way we meet some interesting characters who help us out and give us tips on how to traverse the city. The overall game isn't super long, taking about 7 hours to make it all the way through the main story. So don't expect things to be too long and drawn out. The most interesting thing to me is just how the art style looks. All of the environments and characters have that hand-drawn look, and it translates well when you get to the actual gameplay. Then we can talk about the fact that almost every character here is some kind of demon girl. Don't be fooled into thinking that it's one of those type of games, because there's no point where stuff feels raunchy or sexual. If I had to guess, the developer just likes the demon girl aesthetic, and I'll be right there with them on that one. That's only talking about how things look, but we also gotta talk about how it feels too. Scarlet starts off with two main weapons, a sword and an axe. They both work for fast attacks and heavy attacks. I expected to use the sword a lot more because I love more fast-paced action, but the axe came in really handy for a lot of situations. You'll probably see me using the heavy down air attack a lot because it has a shockwave effect, plus it stuns enemies just a little bit. You'll be taking out a lot of demons and earning money that you can use for temporary buffs or even health and damage upgrades. Those buff meals came in super handy for some of those fights. The effects can make your sword or axe attack stronger or even give you higher defense. You can stack up to 4 of those buffs at any time, but they'll go away after you die once. Then of course you'll have some save points that you have to spend some money on too. And you'll see that Scarlet is a bit of a Souls-like with how you get sent back to spawns after you die and you drop all of your cash. I wouldn't say that anything here was that controller breaking difficulty, but just adding that mechanic makes things a bit more challenging. As you make your way through each boss fight, there's even more weapons and items you'll have access to. Stuff like a gun that gives you some long-range attacks and extra mobility. And being a Metroidvania, you'll have plenty of locked doors or spaces that you'll have to come back to with a new skill. A lot of them are good for more than just unlocking things, and they make the movement or combat even better. After you do finish the main story, a boss rush mode unlocks where you get to fight each boss back to back. They take away some of your abilities too, so it does really put your skills to the test. As a fan of games like Hollow Knight, Nine Souls, and Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown, I think this turned out to be a pretty good action Metroidvania. Going from playing this demo for the very first time years ago to now having the full release in my lap, I can see a lot of love went into making this. For this to be an indie game made by only one person, I think this is one that you should give a shot. But let me know your thoughts on Scarlet City of Devils in the comments. Also, thank you again to Shademare for the review copy. Subscribe for more videos just like this one, and I'll see you on the next video.